1995, there was a 21% cut in funds. They weren't replaced, just removed. And when the repair came along in 2003, it was a 2% cost of living increase. And for me personally, that equates to about $27, I think. So that's all that we've been able to get each year. So 27 times 4, 5, 6, so I've got about $170 to match the 21% cut. Wow, that isn't going to work so well, but this is why. So what I found, there was one other thing that Peter's found in his experience that I took as well, because I thought it made good sense. It's when we find out how off the numbers are and how far over budgeted we think we are to live in adequacy, as he says. So let's get clear here about what needs are being neglected. I want to share with you an experience, a lived experience, I love that phrase, about what happened to me this month. I live with a man who has kidney disease, so his diet has shockingly changed, like overnight. And so that's the cost for such a diet. And I'm living there basically rent-free because I have a house that I still have a mortgage on, but with family illness, things like get really crazy. And I've been there long enough to start feeling I need to pitch in. I need to, either make more candy or make more cookies or buy some groceries. It came right down to you know when you have to step up. So I stepped up to the best of my ability and bought the foods that I knew that he liked that were healthy, blah, blah, blah. And it was, I don't want to say a mistake, but in looking at it now, what I did inadvertently by stepping out and paying my share of groceries was I shorted myself this pay for my medication costs. And trust me, had I seen that ahead of time, I probably would have opted out for the groceries. But that's what happens. You live money to money. When you get money and you want to put food in your budget, you do the best that you can. So I'm nervous because people are kind of nerve-wracking to me. So bear with me. Talk to me in 2 weeks when my meds are back, and we'll be good. So there's one other experience that I want to share with you because it happened yesterday. I'm on a very limited amount of money right now, and I had to buy whatever was necessary, I thought, grocery-wise. We needed milk and bread and I don't know, some other something. But I went in, I know where to buy milk cheap in my neighborhood, so that's good. But then I went in to buy bread. A generic loaf of bread was $2. And that was like out of my league. So I thought, okay, no worries, I'll go down and see if maybe I'll get lucky at Max where the milk's cheap. Well, their bread's $2.79 for a loaf of bread. And it irks me because what happens is my local grocery store doesn't offer me any opportunity. The prices are really, really, really high. I worry about the kids that their parents can't pay those costs. I worry about my 70-some-odd-year-old friends in the seniors home who can't pay, those costs. And I get angry with the grocery store as to why it has to be so expensive. And I got to plan my trip to go to Belleville to get reasonably priced bread. But then I got to pay 40 kilometers worth of gas to get there, and then to get home, and plus you got car insurance, and oh my goodness, so food doesn't measure high on my list, but not because it shouldn't. It's just that's the way it is. But the cost of living increases. They need to be fair-based. They need to be adequate and adjustable to reflect the real costs of living. I don't have OHIP, or I'm not on disability, so my meds aren't paid for. So I have to figure how to work that in. I wish that more people would dig for the resources, because when I went to Tweed and I found out how hard it was going to be for me, I noticed it drove me to the community garden. It drove me to get involved. And now the first year that we did the garden, right, good. Now we have a whole other extra plot. We have double the land and double the opportunity, and that's the way that it needs to be, because we need to step up for ourselves, and in so doing, we'll step up for other people. And so I guess my call to action would be, how can you help? First, you can do the math, and you can find where you rank. You can find out what types of things are negotiable that you didn't realize were negotiable. Medication, vet care for a handicap assist animal, all sorts of stuff. But the most important thing that I think will help, We can have people doing the math and the numbers, but look at the room. The room is full of people who are here for whatever reason, but it brought an interest in your heart. Follow that. You know, it may be me you're helping out, but you know what? It may be you in a week or a month or a year. So let us just take timely action to make lasting positive changes. Especially so many families are trying to pull out of the financial recession that has landed on all of us. You know, we have choices and they're limited. If you don't like that, get involved in providing more choices. So that's what I did, and I'm so glad to be here. It's like a vacation to come on the train. Like, all right. You know, I'm not poor today, and I'm not hungry, and I'm nervous, but only because I think I'm struggling and suffering when I realize that I actually have every single thing that I need in this moment to help the next guy. Well, then it always better. So.
Beautiful.
Yeah.